Hi, I'm Christine Borgia, and I'm with ReturnPath, and I'm one of the co-chairs of the MAAWG Collaboration Committee. And I'm here today with my two other co-chairs who are going to introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Angela Knox. I work with CloudMark, and
I'm Sarah Roper with CenturyLink.
And we were going to start today by talking about how we originally started to participate in MAAWG. Angela?
CloudMark got involved in MAAWG because we could see that the bad guys were using resources from multiple different companies' networks and using all those resources together to perpetrate an attack. And we saw that all the companies needed to be aware of all the different pieces as they were coming together so that they could all work together to stop the attack.
You know, it's interesting that you talk about the different pieces of the network, because when mine is more the social network part. When I first started coming to MAAWG, it was that I needed to develop those contacts, the personal connections to really make my job more effective. But then after that, my role within MAAWG became more of the learning and experiences that others have had that allow me to bring it back into my day-to-day environments so that I can make my work happen more effectively.
And my experience is very similar to Sarah. I started coming to MAAWG because I wanted to collaborate with people who had a similar role that I had in another organization. And we knew that the same bad guys were on their network and we're on our network, and that if we worked together, we could build trust, and especially when we worked together face to face, we could build trust and start to share more information, and it made me better at my job, and it made us all better together at being able to fight abuse.
So how does your company benefit from being involved in MAAWG?
You know, one of the things that was really beneficial for my company and continues to be is that the training. The first day of MAAWG, we typically have a training session, and I've attended training to help me improve my skills in Unix. I've attended training that helped me run a better abuse desk from detecting messaging spam, or by detecting botnets or malicious activity by using DNS translation. So learning from the peers, the people that have been there and that really understand how to do this, rather than somebody who's been trained on how to train this topic, has really been helpful for my company. Another thing that's really been beneficial is that it's totally saved my company time and money. For instance, in a 15-minute conversation with somebody in a hallway at MAAWG, I can solve a problem that's been racking the brains of people at my company, so it's really been helpful in that way. What about you guys?
The company is actually the member of MAAWG, and I think that's one of the biggest benefits, because anybody in the organization can go to the MAAWG website and sign up, and can start and sign up for committees, and can sign up for all of the different mailing lists. And there's a mailing list for each committee, there's a mailing list for different special interests. You can go on the mailing list and ask questions and learn from other people who can help you with whatever you're experiencing, or you can just monitor the traffic on the mailing list, and there's so much information. MAAWG has everything from people who are new to the industry to the top experts in the industry. And if you just monitor the mailing lists, you learn about current trends and current issues, and you get the opinions and the experiences of some of the top people in the industry, and I just think that's a huge benefit.
Yeah. Another benefit that we've found is just being able to be involved in the best practices in the industry, and there's a lot of work to create best practices documents and share those even beyond MAAWG, so that everybody can know what's the best way to stop the specific types of attacks or to detect that that's what's going on your network. So that's really a huge benefit for us.
Yeah. What about participation in MAAWG? What do you find to be helpful in your activity and participation?
One of the things that I really like is that people at all levels can participate in MAAWG. So if you're brand new to the industry, you can sign up for the mailing lists and you can attend the meetings and just absorb the information, learn from other people. And as you get more experience, you can start to contribute and share. And so you might, at a meeting, you might be on a panel, or between the meetings, you might work on a document or a project. And then as you get more expertise, you can start to lead and guide the organization because it is a member-driven organization. So that progression from absorbing and learning to contributing and sharing to leading and guiding is just available to everyone.
Well, to that effect, something that, because there are different levels of participation, there's also different levels of time commitments. Mm-hmm. You know, MAAWG is an industry working group, and it's something where we all have our day jobs. We need to be able to support our company and our requirements on the day-to-day operations. But actual participation within MAAWG can vary in your level of commitment. It could be a couple of minutes every week. It could be participation only within the meetings, or it could be, you know, much more significant, where you need to make sure that you've got at least, you know, 5 or 10% of your time each week that can be actively committed. So I like that MAAWG has the flexibility and the variances for the time commitments as well.
Yeah. And I think also, if you're working on a project that you're particularly passionate about, right, you can contribute more time for just while you're working on that project, and then you can step back. So it can ebb and flow based on how passionate you are about a project, how invested you are in that project. Yeah.
And what level of skill you have. So if you're super technical, you can get involved and really give a lot. But if you're less technical and just kind of learning about what's out there and what you need to be aware of, you can just be participating at that level.
Right. Thanks for listening. We hope you can join us.